So Wayne, it was a disappointing result today, but it wasn't much improved second half. Do you think that a draw may have been a fair reflection of today's play?
I'm not sure. I think we've created a couple of chances second half that we should do better with for sure. We've had more territory. It's been a bit more huff and puff, difficult surface to play great football on, but we got a little bit more. We got a little bit of reaction from. I actually thought the first 10-15 minutes we started quite well, but then we allowed Stocksbridge to get the upper hand a little bit. The work rate probably weren't as good as it could have been. The gaps and distances between people weren't as good as it could have been. Goals disappointing from our aspect, but if you're looking at it from Stocksbridge's point of view, lads had a great touch and a great finish, but it could and should be stopped. And listen, we can't hide away from the fact that Matty made a couple of really good saves second half as well to keep it at 1-0 and to give us a fighting chance of getting something out of the game. So all in all, yeah, disappointed again. Just we're trying everything we can to try and just get out of this little bit of a slump that we're in terms of performance and scoring goals. And it's not for the lack of quality. You know, I look around that dressing room and watch these guys train twice a week, and I see the quality in the changing room, and it's extremely frustrating. I understand it's frustrating for the supporters and the people who pay to watch it. But there's no lack of effort. There's no lack of work rate in terms of from myself and Chick. You know, we're wanting to drive this club forward. We want to try and push the players, you know, to get back to the standards that they showed in the first 2-3 months of the season. And just at this moment in time, it's we're just in a difficult spell. You know, and there's no magic wand. We've just got to work hard. You know, we've just got to stick together and we've got to work harder, and we've got to do the basics better. We've got to start scoring goals to give ourselves opportunities to win games of football. You know, we shouldn't really have to go in at half time to try and get a reaction out of players. You know, the performance and the attitude and the work rate against Mars, who I view as the best team in the division last week, was absolutely outstanding. This week we've struggled to get anywhere close to the standards that were set, and that's a concern. And we need to start to show some consistency. We need to stick together. We need to work hard. As I said, no magic wand other than rolling the sleeves up, sticking together and understanding where we're going wrong at the moment, and understanding how we fix it.
It has been a tough run recently with 1 win in 12. Do you think the playoffs are still a realistic expectation this season?
Yeah, listen, people might think I'm being a bit silly, you know, in terms of current form, but you know, I think worst case scenario we're only 4 points outside the playoffs if everybody's won ahead of us today. You know, there's still plenty of points to play for. I believe in the group that we've put together. I think the squad's good enough to be in the race. We've got obviously no divine right. There's probably 12 teams got a realistic, will feel that they've got a realistic chance of getting in the playoffs. The stats that you mentioned there are not great, and we have to be realistic with that. But you know, if we can get on a bit of a, you know, if we can win the next game, and then get on a run where we maybe put 2 or 3 quick wins together, which we are capable of, the picture changes again. I've always said, you know, if we're in and around top 8 come the new year, and we're not too many points outside of the playoffs, then it's a platform to try and push on from. We understand that we're not in good form. We understand that the performances are leaving, you know, quite a bit to be desired. But again, we're not going to shy away from anything. We're going to work hard. We're determined to turn this little bit of a this run around. And the players have just said in there, you know, they're determined to try and step their performances up to try and do that. But you know, it's a tough division, and anybody can beat anybody in any given day. And we knew coming here how Stocksbridge would play. We knew it would be difficult. You know, the pitches have turned. There's no real good surfaces out there at the minute. Every pitch is heavy. They play a certain way. They work hard. Ian's teams have always worked hard, and we've come up a little bit short in that respect. So work to do, but I am confident that Chick and I can turn this bit of a slump around, and I'm confident in the players that's in that dressing room that they can do their bit and keep us in that race for the playoffs.
And finally, we did see the improved performance second half. Which players stood out for you today?
if I'm brutally honest, I don't think anybody got anywhere near the levels that they're capable of. I think it was just more of a collective effort. Everybody worked out a little bit harder. Everybody tried to do better than they'd done for 20-25 minutes in the first half. As I said, I genuinely think that for 15 minutes first half we started really well on the front foot, pressed really well. For some reason or another that stopped and allowed Stocksbridge to get the upper hand. Then obviously the goal gives them more belief and confidence, you know. But second half, I think it was just rather than picking out individuals, because I don't think I think the lads would be a bit embarrassed if I started to say, well, I think he did all right and I think he did all right, because if I'm being honest, I don't think anybody did anywhere near what they're capable of. So yeah, just more effort, more of a collective effort from everybody, which brought about small improvement second half. But again, not enough quality in the end.